All right, we are back into the series comparing myself against the best of all time in strongman. This is a point of interest in every sport, and we have the benefit of having objective numbers to compare ourselves against the old school strongman. There's a lot of talk about how weights are getting lighter, how we're not as strong, we're this, we're this, we're this. Let's just take a look at the numbers and let's see where we think it might shake out. So we've already done a video on Thor, so go ahead and check that out. But today we are doing myself versus Eddie Hall. So we have a 7-event comp, very common strongman events. Try to encompass everything and try not to have too much of a bias. Of course, there's a yoke in there just because I want there to be. But we've got max dead. We've got the Austrian oak for reps, 500 kilo yoke, frame carry, max dumbbell, loading race, and then a stone run. So let's dive straight in. First off, max deadlift from the ground. This is an easy win from Eddie. Probably the most iconic lift of all time when he deadlifted 500 kilos in 2016. My best is 475. He definitely gets the win on that one. So Eddie is up 1-0. Then we go to the Austrian oak for reps. And this is something that surprised me quite a bit. I've put up a 215 kilo log in training, and I've seen that Eddie's best log is 213 kilos. Now, of course, that was in competition. I have a chance to break my own record at the Giants Live World Tour Finals in Glasgow later this year. But as it stands, he's got a better max log in competition. Now, with the Austrian oak, in 2015, he hit 5 reps on 175. He didn't get any reps on the heavier log, which, let me just look up, 2015 Arnold Strongman Archives. Eddie in 2015. This is this year. So 2015 was the year that they had the 205 kilo Austrian oak. Zydrunas does 4 reps and no one else gets a single rep on the heavy log. So Eddie did 5 at 175, which is a big push. That's really good. But I've done the 195 kilo log at the Arnold for 3. I've done a 200 kilo log for 2 in competition. To me, I don't see how I couldn't have done the 200 kilo log or the 205 kilo log. That also looks like the first event of that year. So it's not even to say that they were tired and that's what happened. Of course, it's a big, heavy, awkward log, but I would back myself. I think I'm going to give myself the edge on that one. Now, of course, we're going best performances on record. So I'm taking my 195 for 3 and saying that beats 175 for 5. If you guys disagree, go ahead and let me know. I'm sure me saying I got Eddie at a log press is going to get some of you excited. Then we go 500 kilo yoke for 20 meters. And I guarantee Fabian has got this one wrong because he says that Eddie's carried 500 kilo yoke 20 meters in 10 seconds. My best 500 kilo yoke for 20 meters is 11 seconds.
That might be 10 meters.
It might be. Let's check it out. All right, Eddie. Front hold. Super yoke is 10 seconds, but 450 kilos.
Okay.
For 20 meters. Yeah. And if we go 450 kilos, we can compare that to 2023 Royal Albert Hall. And I did 9.84. And that was 450 kilos as well. So that is moving very well. But I still do get the edge. So we're through 3 events. He's got me on the deadlift. I got him on the log and I got him on the yoke. We move on to a frame carry and we're looking at the Arnold's frame. There's not a whole lot of data with Eddie on the frame, but it was the one with straps. I've never done that one, but he's never finished the frame carry and I finished on the first time that I tried it. So I'm going to say that is probably going to be giving the edge to me. Moving on, we've got max dumbbell, 1 rep max. His best is at the 2015 Arnold's, and he did 124 kilo sear dumbbell, which is harder, I believe, than the larger dumbbells. On the larger dumbbell, I did 140 kilo at Worlds this year. So I do have him on max weight, but that's probably closer than the numbers indicate. I'm going to be generous, and I'm going to say draw. No, I'm not. I'm going to say I win. So that's max dumbbell. And then we go to loading race. I think everyone knows loading and speed wasn't necessarily Eddie's strong suit. His best is 5 implements in 47 seconds. That was at 2018 Britain's Strongest Man. Of course, there's a lot of variables in what the implements are and how far and whatnot. My best is 5 implements in 38 seconds, which is nearly 10 seconds faster. I would back myself on a loading race against Eddie for sure. Then we move on to the stone run, which in 2015, he did 5 stones in 24.8 seconds. This was the lighter set of stones without a run-in, but at Worlds, my best is 5 stones in 37 seconds, meaning that he beats me on max deadlifts. I get him on the log, the yoke, the frame, the dumbbell, and loading, and he gets me on the stones, leaving us at 5-2 based on the numbers. Now, that being said, I think he could do some things that were much more impressive than I can do. I think me being pretty well-rounded and very good at a couple of things makes me substantially less interesting, engaging, dynamic than being incredibly good at one thing. And I think he pushed the sport forward a long way in that 500 kilo deadlift. But in a full competition, that's where things shake out for the time being. And I think it makes sense with the numbers. He did 23 international contests and won 3. I've done 12 and I've won 5. So let me know, what do you think? Do you think that I would actually beat Eddie Hall in a full competition? Do you think I'm blowing smoke up my own ass? Do you think maybe some of these numbers are wrong? Or is it possible that I would have come out on top against one of the giants in the sport? Would love your thoughts. If you don't want to give a full thought, go ahead and just leave a moose dropping and let's see if we can't get this video to as many people as possible. But let me know what you think and let me know who you want to do next. We're going to do more in this series, myself versus the best of all time, objective numbers, and see where it all shakes out. Don't forget to check out the video we did with Thor. And until next time, lift heavy, be kind, and we'll catch you soon.